PFF has ranked the Commanders' running backs 27th out of 32. That is disrespectful. Jahan Dotson has some comments on Sam Howell. All of that on the Daily Commanders update for today, Thursday, June 15th, 2023. Let's go. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Daily Commanders update here on Ref the District. I'm the Stoner, and it's just me. You got just me today. Trevi and Nathan are off doing things that they need to take care of. No problem. I'm going to entertain you. That's a guarantee. Before we get into the Commanders update for today, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button. Hit the notification so you know when we're getting it. But let me tell you, you're going to get Commanders content every Monday through Friday at 7:30 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, you get the Daily Commanders update. And, of course, Wednesday, we're live, 7:30 p.m., YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. So that's where you're going to get your information. Let us know how we're doing in the comments. If we're not giving you something that you think we should be, let us know, and we will fix that. We got a lot of great stuff coming, but for today's show, we just got a couple of things to update you on. First of all, PFF has ranked the Commanders' running back room 27th out of 32. 27th out of 32. And I thought that was a little bit disrespectful. We know what this running back room is capable of and even what they've done in the last few years. 27th out of 32. Let me give you what they said specifically. Brian Robinson Jr. saw 205 carries as a third-round rookie out of Alabama, earning an 81 PFF rushing grade that ranked fourth among rookies. He received 20-plus carries in 5 games, and we'll almost certainly see the bulk of attempts for the Commanders in 2023. Antonio Gibson will still feature, though, with the 2020 third-round pick seeing 149 carries a year ago. He's a bigger factor in the passing game, seeing 46 or more targets in each of his first 3 seasons in the league and coming off a career-high 80.5 PFF receiving grade a year ago. So they actually have a lot of high praise. Here's what they don't do. They don't sit there and tell you why this is ranked so low. And if you look at some of the teams out there with their running back situation, I'm not sure how they can justify having Washington as the 27th. We know what these two guys bring. Brian Robinson is a bulldozer, and he's underrated at coming out of the backfield and catching passes. We saw a lot of what he can do. He made some super tough runs at the goal line. He ran over guys. He is going to be the main back, and Antonio Gibson is going to be more, not just a third down back. He's going to be a guy who's going to be relied upon heavily in the passing game. Think about last year for Kansas City with Eric Bieniemy and some of the things that Jerick McKinnon did, some of the things that Pacheco did. This is the kind of back that Gibson is. He's that Jerick McKinnon guy. Jerick McKinnon didn't come in just on third downs. He was in there on second downs, third downs. Sometimes he was the main back for an entire drive on first downs as well. That's who Gibson's going to be. It's going to be a running back by committee. It's not going to be Brian Robinson first 2 downs and then Gibby comes in. No, because you also have to remember their 6th-round draft pick, Chris Rodriguez out of Kentucky. He's going to make this team, and he's going to play a role. It's not going to be a huge role, but he's going to be the guy that doesn't force Brian Robinson to play every down and have all of those bruising runs that Brian had last year. He's got a guy who can do that for him. You're going to keep these guys fresh. That's what the NFL does now. Very rarely do you have a Derrick Henry who just dominates the backfield. Very rarely do you have a Christian McCaffrey. It's all about running back by committee, and Washington has a solid room. I can't believe they're ranked 27th. If you think they should be higher, which I do, and I looked through the entire list, and I put them at right about 14, which is almost middle of the pack. It's a little ahead of middle of the pack. But go ahead and look at that list on PFF and check out what they had to say and where you would rank them. Let us know in the comments. We'd appreciate it. All right. Next, we have this video of Jahan Dotson going on the Jim Rome show talking about Sam Howell.
It looks like Sam Howell might be the guy atop the depth chart right now. Does it feel like that situation will be more settled overall this year? And how has he looked so far in OTAs?
Yeah, I think we got our quarterback situation settled. I think Sam Howell is going to be our guy. I have complete faith in him. He's a guy who I always say this. He makes throws look super effortless on the field. He's been a great leader. He's learning how to lead an NFL offense. He's just learning the ropes just as we are. Being in a new offense. So I'm super excited for him. I can't wait to get out there and just make plays for him and make his life and his job as easy as possible. So, I can't wait for it.
So Dotson had a lot of great things to say about Sam Howell as being the guy. I've heard a lot of people say, well, what is he supposed to say? Is he supposed to say something bad about Sam Howell? Of course not. But what he is saying, he could have said something like, well, Howell and Brissett are out there battling, and they both look really good, and it's going to be a great training camp battle, and we'll see who comes out on top. No. Jahan Dotson is saying Sam Howell is the guy. And it's no surprise that he's saying that. All the reports we've heard out of camp is that the Howell to Dotson connection has been really strong, and it hasn't been a real camp. It's just been OTAs and a mini camp, but the connection is strong. So he's going to be probably his favorite receiver coming into the season. But he had a chance to kind of couch what he's saying about the quarterback room. He said, no, he makes his job catching the ball easy. He's a great leader. He is learning the offense of Eric Bieniemy with everybody else. These are all great things that you want to hear. We heard Logan Thomas talking about it. We heard Terry McLaurin talking about it. And again, what else are they going to say, right? But they are saying specifically, they're focused. Sam Howell is our guy, and we love what he's doing. They're not couching it in any way by bringing Brissett into the conversation, or God forbid, Jake from State Farm. He's not coming into the conversation either. So that's a very important distinction on that. So look for that come training camp at the end of July. Last thing I want to comment on, it's not Commanders related, but the whole Bradley Beal situation here. Look, Beal's getting traded. There's no doubt about that he is getting traded. When the national guys come out and say that they're working together to get a trade, that means they're getting traded. I don't think he's going to get traded before the draft. I think it'll probably be after the draft and right around when free agency starts. And mark my word on this, write this down for your freezing cold takes that you can hit me back later. They're not going to get anything that Washington fans are going to be happy with. It's going to be a couple of players that you don't care about, expiring contracts with those players, and maybe a first or second round pick 2, 3, 4 years down the road. You're going to look at it and you're going to say, wow, that was a one-sided deal if I ever saw one. That's true, because what you're going to get for a guy who makes $50+ million a year is you're not going to get equal value for something like that. You're trying to dump him. And make no mistake, this team is doing a full reset. They're going to take some expiring contracts. They're going to take a bunch of draft picks, and they're starting all over. That's what they're doing. So Bradley Beal will be traded. So that's it for today's Daily Commanders update. Again, I'm the Stoner, and I would appreciate if you all hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification so you know, once again, when we're out there, and comment on this video on what you think about Jahan Dotson talking about Sam Howell, Bradley Beal getting traded, and of course, the 27th ranking of the Commanders running back room. That's a little crazy if you ask me. So again, do that. We bring you Commanders updates, Daily Commanders update every day, Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. On Wednesdays, it's live. All the other days, it is this recorded content. And we appreciate all of you. Leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. So until next time, be a fan. Let's go.